Swastiastu. Hello everyone, my name is Ankoria Putra Freitas with student ID number 220553103. I'm from Korosi class and Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, Udayana University. And in this video, I will explain to you about Chapter 1, a short journey into the realm of corrosion from book Microbiologically Influenced Corrosion and Engineering Insight by Reza Jafar Desti. Next is what is corrosion? So corrosion is the deterioration of a metal due to chemical or electrochemical reaction with its environment. It is a natural process because metals tend to return to their most stable form, such as oxide or sulfides. In engineering application, corrosion can weaken structure, reduce functionality, and cause serious failure or if not properly controlled. Next is why metals corrode. So metals originate from stable ores, and we add energy to extract them into pure metallic form. This means pure metal are actually in a high energy and unstable state. Corrosion occurs because metal naturally try to release this extra energy and return to stability. This driving force comes from thermodynamics. Next is the electrochemical basis of corrosion. So corrosion is fundamentally an electrochemical process. For corrosion to occur, four components must exist: an anode, cathode, an electrolyte, and electrical path. At the anode, metal dissolve, while at the cathode, a reduction reaction take place. This reaction happen simultaneously and complete the corrosion circuit. Next is the anodic reaction. So at the anode, the metal undergoes oxidation. For example, the iron becomes ferrous ions by releasing two electrons, Fe to Fe2 plus to E-min. This electron can travel to cathodic side, and the overall corrosion rate depends on how fast this reaction occur. Next is the cathodic reaction. So at the cathode, reduction reaction consume the electron released by the anode. In acidic environment, hydrogen ion form hydrogen gas. In neutral or alkaline environment, oxygen is reduced to hydroxide ion. Often the cathodic reaction is the rate controlling step in corrosion. Next is the metal potential and corrosion tendency. Each metal has a characteristic standard electrode potential that indicate how easily it corrode. Metal with more negative potential such as magnesium, zinc, and iron corrode more easily. More noble metal like copper, silver, and gold resist corrosion. When two metals are connected, the less noble one become anode and corrode faster. Next is the limitation of standard potential. So standard electrode potential are measured under ideal condition, pure metal, 1 molar concentration and 25 degrees Celsius. However, a real-world environment rarely match this condition, so corrosion behavior can deviate significantly from the electrochemical series. Next is the Pourbaix diagram, figure 1.2. Pourbaix diagram or EPH diagram show the stability of metal under different potential and pH level. It identifies whether a metal is in an immune region or corrosion region or passive region where protective film forms. This diagram is useful for predicting where corrosion may occur. Next is the interpreting Pourbaix diagram. In the immune region, the metal is stable and does not corrode. In the corrosion region, the metal dissolves into ions. In the passive region, a stable oxide film form protect the metal. This insight help engineer determine which environment are safe or dangerous for specific metals. Okay, next. Next is the polarization curve. So the polarization curve are used to determine the corrosion rate, something a Purvey diagram cannot do. The curve show how the potential change with current density for both anodic and cathodic reaction. They are essential for evaluating kinetic aspect of corrosion like figure 1.3. Next is the anodic polarization. Figure 1.3 illustrates the behavior of metal under anodic polarization. From A to B, the metal undergoes active dissolution. From B to C is a passive film begin to form. C to D is the metal stay passive. And beyond that, the film may break down or enter the trans-passive region. This explains why metals like stainless steel can be passive but still fail in certain environment. Next is the cathodic polarization, figure 1.4. Figure 1.4 shows the cathodic polarization curve. The dashed line represents different cathodic reaction that might occur depending on the environment. Hydrogen evolution, oxygen reduction, and other reduction each produce different polarization behavior. Next is the corrosion rate and current density. Corrosion involves electron transfer, which an electric current. According to Faraday's law, corrosion rate is directly proportional to the current density. A higher current density means faster corrosion rate. This allows corrosion to be expressed in units like millimeters per year or mils per year. Next is the depolarization. So depolarization happens when something removes the barrier that slow electrochemical reaction. This might include increased oxygen, breakdown of passive layers, acidic generation, or microbial activity. Depolarization often leads to accelerate the corrosion. Next is the summary. To summarize, corrosion is an electrochemical and thermodynamically driven process. Metal corrode because they want to return to their stable state. Anodic and cathodic reaction occur together and determine corrosion behavior. Purvey diagram show where corrosion can happen, while polarization curves show how fast it happens. This concept form foundation for understanding more advanced topic, including microbiologically influenced corrosion. I think that's the video for today. See you in the next video, and thank you.